Henderson, and you asked about the 14th Amendment earlier, and said you didn't understand the legislative history of it because you weren't here. The legislative history of our Constitution is very clear and very well documented, and it's somewhat disingenuous to proclaim the intent of our founders and the people who wrote the 14th Amendment is not clear. The basis of my question has to do with a Supreme Court that now ignores the Constitution by rewriting an illegal law, Congress that completely passes laws that far outstep constitutional boundaries, a president who legislates far beyond any constitutional mandate. The House is enabled to begin impeachment proceedings. They begin in the House of Representatives. My question is, how can you possibly ignore the legislative intent of our Constitution and in the heart of hearts a man who's taken not only a Hippocratic oath, but an oath to preserve, protect, and defend our Constitution, not represent a Democrat or Republican, but to defend that Constitution, our organic founding documents. The question is, will you be an honorable man and do what you've sworn to do, or taken an oath to do, defend this Constitution? Never mind your personal appearance with the other members of Congress or your constituents. What are you going to do to be faithful to your oath?
Well, thank you for the question, and I would say that I believe I have been faithful to my oath to the Constitution. The first time I took the oath was when I joined the military over 23 years ago. And knowing then that the risk to me in taking that oath was not a re-election, but truly going off and potentially laying down my life for the Constitution. And I accepted that oath freely. I continued to serve and took the oath again when elected to office. And I believe that I have executed my responsibilities that are incumbent upon me under that oath. I take that oath very seriously. And when you talk about laws that outstrip the Constitution, there is a provision in the House rules, that every bill that's introduced has to have a constitutional authority statement that says where in the Constitution the House has the right to pass that law. Now, what happened prior to my arrival, I can't talk about. What happens on the other chamber, I can't talk about. But in the House, we have taken that role, and we take on that mantle of having to protect and defend our Constitution. So I believe that I personally have executed those responsibilities to the fullest of my ability.